And welcome one, welcome all back inside the broadcast. Andrew Brown here. As we are rocking from game 2 of this doubleheader. We're starting off in inning number 1 here as we're going to go ahead and as Fody Workopoulos standing on the mound doing the pitching duties here. As we will get you back out into the action here in just a bit. All right, now Fody Workopoulos looking at a 2-1 count here to Ben Werdemont, the leadoff man for the Bobcats game 2. That one, shot left side, the pick and fire across the diamond. Stutman with a good throw, and we'll get him with out number 1. So 5-3 putout starts us out. Brett Harris gets the chance now. Back up at the plate. In game 1, he reached base once, but ended up going 0 for 3 the rest of the way out. Would certainly love to add one more onto the mark here. Here's the look, the fire. That one is hit on a rope out to left field. Camped out, will be nicely saved. And Schumacher will capture out number 2 with a quick one at that. A nice line out to left. We'll now bring up Tanner Anderson to the plate. Anderson ended up having a pretty good game in game 1. Went officially 2 for 3, had a single and a double in which he traded places the next batter with Colin Coyle to come around and score. He looks at ball 1 to start his first at bat. And again, we'll get cameras all situated here in just a bit, but we have a roller right back to the mound. Fody Workopoulos will take it, and the underhand throw will officially get the out. So nothing going there, no hits, no runs, no errors, nothing. And now we get the chance to come on back to the bottom half. And when we do, it'll be Specht, Elbert, and Workopoulos for the Golden Eagles after this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here, the batting donut. I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We now go on to the bottom half of the inning here. And as always, thanks for joining in and tuning in. Once we get all the stuff situated with our gear here, we'll make sure to have all the camera angles here. Again, brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. Check them out today at online, wherever you can catch them. Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. Great atmosphere, great food, great people. And now we continue to rock with the top of the lineup here. And Will Specht, who starts things off with ball 2. Across the first game, had a couple of hits there and sends that one deep left side. That one's going, and that will be a nice play out there in center field, having to trail towards the wall, and the fall down was Wernemont, but in the end, it's allowed out number one as the fly out to center. Now brings up J.P. Elbert to the plate. Elbert had a pretty solid outing in game one. Was hit by pitch, ended up with a single as well. Those are his 2 trips onto the base pass. He takes a look at strike one. So the 1-1 count here. And now the delivery home. That one, no go, 2-1. And Tanner Anderson is doing the pitching duty here in today's contest. Anderson leads the squad with 23 strikeouts, has allowed 10 earned runs, 12 walks, 29 hits so far on the season through 22 innings pitched. And he swings through that high heat there, gets strike number 2, evens it up here at 2 apiece. Again, game one went to the Golden Eagles 5-2. They had one deficit, which came in the top half of the first, but ever since the bottom half of the first on through the rest of the game, it was all Golden Eagles as they take game one and now lead this series 13-11. The 3-2 delivery, and that one shot right side. The pick and the fire over gets him at first. Nicely done. As again, second baseman and Plumley will officially pick up out number 2. And now a pitcher battle as Bodie Rigopoulos steps up to the plate here with 2 down. He had a good outing across game one as well. Had a couple of hits, drove in 2 runs, also a walk on his plate. And now as he stands with a 1-0 count here, looking to get something going against Tanner Anderson, who fires in strike 1, evens it up at 1-1. Bodie Rigopoulos heading to University of Illinois following his time here, sends that one foul, 1-2. So the 1-2 delivery. As Hinker standing up on deck, that one gets fouled back. We remain at a 2-strike count. And now the look, then the fire, and he swings through that one as well. We keep it there. And Rigopoulos with a couple of trips onto the base pass, including a couple runs driven in last time out. And sends this one left side and a hard rip, but once again, that goes foul. So he's going from pole to pole on the wrong side. And we stay with a 1-2 count, still 2 down. And he looks at that one, lays off, and we even the count at 2 apiece. Again, make sure come tomorrow you get the chance, get out there and get your votes and nominations, I should say. Get all your nominations, and we'll put those together. This has been your time across this entire slate of this entire week. Your chance to go out there and nominate who you think is performer or performance of the week. It can be one game, it can be 2 games, a full week worth of slate of games. We want whatever you got for us. Make sure you have stats and preferably a photo to go along with it so that we can appropriately highlight these guys and get them in the running. And then on Sunday, we will officially give our winner, well, or actually you get the voting, I should say. You get to vote on Sunday. Make sure you head to Facebook, though, as that one gets lifted well into the air. And it will be Adler Gibbs to camp out under it for out number 3. So both teams go 1, 2, 3 here to start the game 2. And now will be a chance for the Bobcats to get back up at it. And when we come back, it'll be Coyle, Merkus, and Kraft. Right after this here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here. Hey, everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great, you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insulites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insulites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insulites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back into the broadcast here as we still wait to get some of our cameras up and running. We still got one rocking here as we go into the top half of inning number 2. And Colin Coyle doing the duties to start things off here for us. And he shoots that one left side, and a nice pick by Stutman. And fire across the dish. Nicely done there. Good job on the other end of it to capture that one into the glove here by Brandt as he gets the connection, and we get out number 1. So the 5-3 put out now brings up Regan Merkus to the plate. Merkus looking for his first hit across these 2 games. 0 for 3 in game 1. Takes a look at ball 1 to start his first at bat here in game 2. Rogopoulos with the toss. That one goes too high. We go 2-0. Again, Rogopoulos has shown a lot of good ability with both on the mound and at the plate. This year, it seems like he's really taken this up a notch, especially at the plate. That one, a slow bouncer up the middle. Elpert with the fire from the short, and he gets him. He had to go right in front of first base to capture that one, but ended up nailing that one. And a good play from him as he gets the out. 2 quick out now, and Aaron Kraft stepping on up to the plate. Kraft looking to try and get something rolling here. Again, the big thing and the keys to the game in game 1 really apply here as well. And that is simply to be, as simply as we look at it, to be more of you got to just get on base, right? Or really have as much patience as you can. In the end, this is a pitching staff that makes it hard to have that kind of patience. But this is a team that right now 5th was 5th in walks entering today's doubleheader. Also 10th in fewest strikeouts in Class 3A. So they've had patience to work with, and they would certainly like to have that happen here today. That one falls inside here. But again, game one wasn't necessarily bad in that front. They had base runners on. In the end, they did have 5 hits. Unfortunately, couldn't push more than 2 runs across. As now that one tried to catch the corner there, could not. We now bring it at a 2-2 count. But again, this is a pitching staff, no matter who is out there here for the Golden Eagles, it's going to be hard to really battle against them. And doing so is just tough in its own right. So really trying to get ahead of things. Again, try and play your way onto the base paths and try and just create havoc. Going toe-to-toe with these pitchers, it's really going to be hard. Again, this is a pitching staff that has proven that they're here to stay. 3rd in fewest earned runs allowed, 3rd in opponent batting average at 171, and they have 169 strikeouts entering today's doubleheader, which marks 5th in all of Class 3A. So from 2 strikes, Kraft has now brought it full. Again, there's the patience that we talked about, trying to work your way into a count where you can maybe do something with. Here's the full, and that one goes too low, and we have a base runner on for the Bobcats, the first time here in Game 2, and it comes with 2 down here in the top of the 2nd to bring up Sam McDermott, who has switched from the backstop to right field here in this one. The first base runner that Rigopolis has had to worry about. Again, with 2 down, he puts in a strike there. So again, these 2 teams coming in. It's now a 13-11 advantage here for the Golden Eagles in this series after winning Game 1. That one gets put for a ride right side. That'll be over the head of Comer. They're in right field. They're waving him around third and headed on home. Kraft will find his way on to home plate, and there you go. Just like they did in Game 1, they jump out to an early lead, this time on a Sam McDermott RBI double, and it's 1-0 Bobcats. And so all this happened with 2 down here. Carson Klein stepping on up here to the plate, looking to try and avenge what was an 0-for-2 game in Game 1. Had a sacrifice in the 2nd inning. But certainly would love to get something rolling here. Again, he has 2 down with a runner on 2nd to work with. Rigopolis with the pitch. Gets that one in there for strike 1. On the year, Rigopolis, 20 strikeouts. Batters hitting just .274 against him, has allowed just 5 earned runs, just 4 walks. So it doesn't really allow a whole lot of easy bases here. You got to earn it. Everyone who has gone up against him has earned it for the most part. The throw to 2nd, trying to get him napping there, but no go. In the end, McDermott stands safe on 2nd. And we have a 1-1 count here on the number 8 hole man for the Bobcats in Carson Klein. And that one gets away, and the Bobcats will once again put runners in close as McDermott now stands on 3rd and a chance to add more. Again, they jumped out to the lead early in Game 1, and now they're out to the lead early in Game 2 here. It's a 2-1 count here to Klein, and Klein on the season looking to cash in. He has 11 runs driven in, is just 1 bloop single away from picking up a 12th. That one just enough of it now puts him in 2-strike territory. They have had quite the push here since 2 outs. They've had a walk and an RBI double. Trying to continue that streak here. The number 8 hole man for the Bobcats. Cody Rogopoulos with the hurl. That one tried to catch the outer corner. Instead, brings it full 3-2. Again, Rogopoulos not one to walk a lot of batters. On the end, he has only issued 4 walks coming into today's game, and that one was a swing through and caught for the strikeout, and that's the first K of the game here for Rogopoulos as he sets down the side, but not before the Bobcats once again strike first in this one. They put across one onto the board via a Sam McDermott RBI double. And so that's where we stand right now. We have more action coming your way in just a bit. Don't go anywhere. This is the IA Baseball Network right here from Patricus Park here in Dubuque. We'll be back after this. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we continue to rock. And we get rolling with the bottom half of the inning here, and appreciate you coming along and joining us into the broadcast. Andrew Brown giving you the balls and strikes, hits, outs. Appreciate all joining with us even through a little bit of the technical glitches here as we continue to bring you game 2 as that rocket there from Hinker will find its way into the outfield grass. Just got into the gap there between third and short and find its way for Hinker's first hit of the ball game. First base runner of the ball game here for the Golden Eagles. Stuttman now coming on up to the plate, getting his first chance in this one. The third baseman looking to try and add on to what's already been a good start. That one fouled back for strike 1 with a runner on first. Across game 1, went 0 for 2 with a walk. Would love to get his first official hit here. Although we'll see what a possible small ball game might be played here. One runner on. Here's the pitch. Swings through that one here. Strike 2. Again, in game 1, the Bobcats jumped out to an early lead, and then in the bottom half, the Eagles answered. They have nobody out and a chance to do that right here. And Stuntman, the number 5 hole man for Golden Eagles, he sends that one high. That tails back, sending to the warning track. But in the end, nice job out there in right field as McDermott will catch it again right at the warning track for the out. So now with one down, Bodie Nagelmaker stepping on up to the plate. Getting his first chance to rock it here in game 2. Game 1, he struck an RBI single back in that first inning in game 1, officially 1 for 3 on the day. Takes a look at ball 1. With a runner on first, one down, trying to answer here. Sends that one foul. We now draw it even at 1-1. Again, make sure to get your nominations in for tomorrow and vote on Facebook Sunday for your performance of the week. Again, it could be a game, 2 games, or an entire week slate. Doesn't matter. Get us what performances you think are worthy of our performance of the week. And then we will announce it on Tuesday of our High and Tight show. Again, every Tuesday morning at noon, our High and Tight show goes live on the iSports YouTube page. Plenty of chances for you to catch up on that. Some really cool highlight videos from the week. And, of course, big news and notes from around high school baseball. Again, Bodie Nagelmaker up at the plate. One down, a chance to do something. He rips that one down the line. It's in fair territory as it hugs its way all the way to the wall. And now getting waved around, now getting placed there. Haker stands on third, and on second with a stand-up double goes Bodie Nagelmaker. Nagelmaker with quite the hit there. In the end, he picks up his his second double of the season. And now that'll bring up Noah Kraffel to the plate. Looking to try and keep things rolling here. The Golden Eagles haven't yet scored in this inning, but would sure like to answer. That one sails outside here, and that will go for ball 1. So with 2 on, a chance to try and, again, answer. They did so in game 1 with 2 spot in the bottom half of the first, but now here they stand in the second. Can they go ahead and answer here? This is an offense that, again, has scored quite a bit of runs when it comes to the first 3 innings. Again, over half of their run production has come in innings 1, 2, and 3. Raffles trying to get something rolling. He looks at strike 2. Raffle, a 426 hitter on the year, 27 total bases, has driven in 13. Looking to try and add to that mark here early in game 2. Sends that one high, and that will be out of play. We'll keep it right there. Raffle in game 1 went 1 for 3. He also struck an RBI single. Come on, Noah. So 14 runs driven in on the year, has a chance to make it potentially 15 and 16 here. He connects one. That one's going left side, but that will be into the glove out there in left field. It will get a runner on home with no throw. And despite the good play out there in left field by Coyle, not enough of a chance to get the runner at home, and Hinker will come across as he will score, and a sacrifice fly here for Kraffel. So now that we have 2 down, it's officially been an answer here for the Golden Eagles, as now Brandt stepping on up for the first time in this one. That one shot right side. That'll be foul as well. We even it up at 1 apiece. Again, a 5-2 winner. The Golden Eagles over the Bobcats in game 1. Again, one of the top offenses in Class 3A against one of the top 5 strongest schedules in Class 3A as well. So well battle tested, both of these teams are. That one in the dirt. That'll be for ball 2. And I'll make it 2-2 here, the count. Again, appreciate everyone coming along and taking the time to catch this game here. Again, this is quite the battle here between these two teams. The series lead in favor of the Golden Eagles, 13-11. As that one tails outside, we now draw full. So both of these teams have really made the opposing pitchers work up to this point. Sure, there's been a couple pop-outs, but man, they've really had to go deep into the arsenal just to make sure they get or secure some sort of out. The pitch, that one sends up high, but that'll be shallow center field. Wernimont will come out underneath of it, and he'll camp out for out number 3. But not before the game has all been tied, all knotted up at 1 apiece here as we have gone through 2 innings of play. It's 1-1, and we'll come back after this right here on the IA Baseball Network.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIP.
Leg here, going to have to walk that off here. And in there for strike 2 here. So Western Dubuque with runners onto the base paths early here. Leadoff batter has reached the first time here in this one, but nonetheless, the last couple innings, they have been busy onto the base paths for Fody Rogopoulos on the mound. And out to play for the University of Illinois following his time here as a Golden Eagle. That one in the dirt, nicely done behind the backstop there. Nagelmaker knows how to work the catching position very well, and got the chance to really catch him now a couple times, and it's been very steady back there. And that's one thing that in this game where you really need consistency, and when base running is so key, and you can thwart that. That one up the middle, the pick by Elbert, but he is not going to get the throw out there. He gets the lead runner. And in the end, captures out number 1 as Adler will have to head back to the dugout. And Wernimont will be on the base pass with a fielder's choice. So with 1 down, Brett Harris stepping on up to the plate. The catcher with a runner on first. Trying to answer here. They scored 2 in game 1. Would love to try and get that early on here. Again, Harris on the year, 20 walks entering today's contest, 14 hits. Across game 1, he picked up his 21st walk, but still looking for his first hit here in this one. That one gets away. Ball 2 ends up putting a runner on second. And as always, make sure to give a look out at all we have across social media, including by heading to rockfin.com, rokfin.com, and looking at our position player rankings, Volume 2 edition, updated. We have more guys on the list to make sure that we don't miss out on anybody. So we have more guys across the positional slate, including DH/utility role. So again, plenty of chances to see who's on it and where they stack up across the landscape here in Iowa. That one going for ball 3. We have a 3-0 count here, still all knotted up at 1. Rogopoulos looking to get out here. looking for his second strikeout of the game. Gets a must-needed strike there. Now 3-1 the count. But he does have a runner in scoring position. And he started out the game with a 1-2-3 inning, but the last two, including this one, have had a leadoff batter onto the base pass, and now we get a runner on second here with one down. Rogopoulos will look off second, and he'll head home. That one drops in there nicely. We bring it full at 3-2. Harris with a commitment into SEC country, following the steps of really the Harris lineage, it seems like. Calvin Harris in the minor league ranks and has recently moved up the ladder into Double-A, where he continues to rock there. And we'll see again how he continues to progress throughout this season. But right now, and a pickoff attempt got him. Whoa, ho, ho. Nicely done. Fody Rogopoulos gets him hanging there and gets the runner, and now two quick down with a full count. A quick play and a nicely done pickoff move from the man on the mound, and Rogopoulos, and he will not complete out number 3 within one pitch, and the walk will now be the 22nd of the season here for Harris as he heads onto the base pass. Keeps the inning alive for Tanner Anderson, who grounded out right back up the middle to Rogopoulos the last time he came up. He had a couple of hits in game 1, including a double, officially 2 for 3 in game 1. A leading hitter on the squad entering today's game. Again, adding 2 more to that mix, and now an 0-1 count and the number 2 at bat for him on the game. That one gets hit, foul out of play. Game 1. So here we go. Now up at the plate, Colin Coyle, who grounded out. Here we go, 2-2. And again, as we have the group up here right now, the road ahead, we'll take a look at what's going on here for the Golden Eagles as that one goes foul here. But coming on up on the 23rd, they will take on a battle against Iowa City West, with that series all knotted up at 13 apiece, followed by a June 25th battle against West Delaware. And again, the Golden Eagles lead that one by 13-2 mark. Also take on Cedar Rapids, Washington, as they lead that series 17-12 as well. And then they'll wrap up the next 4 outings with a road trip at Lynn Mar. And again, Lynn Mar leads that series narrowly by a 15-14 mark. And that one is a hot rocket. Tried to backhand it on the run there. Plumlee unable to catch up to that one. That will find its way into the outfield grass. And Comer with his first hit of the ball game, as that will now bring the top of the lineup right back up here for the Golden Eagles. So with a runner on first and nobody out, Tanner Anderson on the mound for Western Dubuque against Will Specht, who flew out his first time up. Foul that one out here, 0-1 on the count. So the 0-1 delivery by Tanner Anderson, looking for his first strikeout. Try the pickoff move there, no go. So the 0-1 count here Specht put up a couple hits across game one. Looking to add another one here. He sends that foul. That will be out of play, and now we go to an 0-2 count. JP Albert up next, followed by Rigopoulos. One runner on and a 2-strike count here. Will Specht trying to add on. It's been a strong season for him. He would like to add a little bit more. He sends that one, and that one had a rocket attached to it. That one finds its way and bounces off the wall. That will put one runner headed on home as Brandon Kummerer will hit on across and a triple for the one and only Will Specht as he comes across and gives the lead once more for the Golden Eagles. And they lead this one by a 2-1 mark on Will Specht's second triple of the year. That was quite the running effort here as Specht ended up plating Kummer from first. Again, his second triple of the season, and now it's a 2-1 advantage here for the Golden Eagles. And still, we continue on. Nobody out. JP Alpert stepping on up to the plate.
Let's go, bud.
Last time up, he grounded out. Sends that one back here, and then now we go 1-1. Again, still nobody down. A chance to not only get the lead, but increase that lead here. They've put up one run in the second, and now they put another run here in the bottom of the third. That one gets put for a ride, but that will be 3 steps back for the center fielder in Wernemont. Meanwhile, it will be an easy run home here for Will Specht, and that lead increases ever more. It's now a 3-1 advantage here for the Golden Eagles, and just one down as Will Specht coming on home with a heck of an outing so far, and JP Albert with a sacrifice RBI. And now Fody Rigopoulos standing on up with one down and nobody on to the base pass here for the Golden Eagles. Chance for him to try and get his first hit of the ball game. He sends that one for a ride. That one's going, and that one will allow him to hit on first. Nicely done in the outfield as it found the grass and it found its way into the glove of Coyle pretty quickly. But nicely done, and in the end, a loud single for Rigopoulos as he stands on first. And now coming on up, Joe Hinker, who already has a single under his belt. As Fody comes on in with a pitch runner rocking it here for the Golden Eagles. Hinker standing up, getting ready. Jacob Piero is doing the running duties now on first. That one gets set high, and that will be playable in foul ground. But in the end, does not get caught, and we have new life here for the Golden Eagles second baseman. Again, with a runner on first, trying to add. They've already plated 2 here in the bottom of the third, just one down. Again, over nearly half, I should say, right around half of all of their run production has come in the first 3 innings, and right now we're seeing that as they put up 2 of their 3, for actually all 3 of them in the first 3 innings. So 0-2. Anchor looking to go 2 for 2 on Tanner Anderson, giving up 3 runs early in this one. That one sails a bit high, not obliged. We go 1-2. The next pitch, that one is too low. Wisely lays off that one. We go to 2-2 here, the count. Anderson looking to try and punch out his first of the ball game. So far, no strikeouts under his belt, but has a 2-2 count and a chance to do it here and get a much-needed out number 2. Now he looks, he'll fire on home. That one gets set high. Will it be playable? It's tailing towards the fence. Harris trying to come on and unable to capture that one on the run. In the end, that'll go for a harmless foul ball, and we remain at 2-2. And Hinker coming in with a .333 average entering today's game with 27 total bases. Drove in 16 prior to today. And he sends that one left side. That will be into the gap, and that will roll to the wall. Coach Tisser sending Piero around third, and he is headed on home. And he'll slide in for run number 4 with a stand-up double here for Joe Hinker. He's now 2 for 2 on the day with a run driven in here in game 2. Come on, Park. So make that 3 runs here in this inning alone. And as Parker Stidman comes up to the plate, he is flown out, but has a great chance to add on. Takes a look at ball 1, lone away. So with a 4-1 advantage here, we've not only seen the Golden Eagles answer, but they have also, again, increased that lead. That one sends to the backstop there, evens it up now. That was insane. So again, 3 runs have come in this inning. 1 run in the second inning, excuse me. So they have gone through now, and they have scored 4 unanswered. The runner on second here. Stutman trying to add to their lead. And he'll swing through that one here. Now go down to a 1-2 count. Pulled the string just enough. Tanner Anderson looking for his first official strikeout here across this twin bill. Anderson has a hit so far. Would love to add a K. That one gets sent foul. We stick it right there at 1-2. And the Golden Eagles right now second in hits entering today's game at 189. Anderson will look, fire. That one gets hit high, but that will be out of play. We stick it right there and remain with a 1-2 count. Golden Eagles have come into today's doubleheader with 19 wins, which marks the second most up to a June 20th battle over the past 5 years. And now they've officially marked it 20 here as we go through. Again, this team now officially 20-5, 9-10 go with the Bobcats. That one, last one, no go for a strike there. We even it up at 2 apiece. Tried to find the inner half, could not, and now the Golden Eagles with a chance here to get another runner onto the base pass. Sutman representing the 6th batter of the inning. That one stays too far outside, and the energy shown here as he finds his way on. Now with runners on first and second. And we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound here for Western Dubuque and head coach Casey Bryant. Anderson's been your primary hurler this season, leads and strikeouts innings pitched. He's been the guy to go to. But this is where the Bobcats may have had their a little bit of, well, their most struggles, I should say, as we get a pitch runner for Stedman. As that will be Brandon Fitzgerald on to first. But again, the Bobcats, their biggest downfall has been with the pitching side of things. In the end, they're 29th in earned runs, 40th in strikeouts, and teams hitting 320 against them on the season. So in the end, they haven't had the pitching that they've been used to. Meanwhile, the offense is pretty much still there, but it's been the pitching side of things which hasn't been where we've seen it in the past from a Western Dubuque squad. And now Bodie Nagelmaker standing on up to the plate following the Stedman walk. Nagelmaker already with a double under his belt and later came around to score. He'll take a look at strike one. Again, his second at bat of the game. Thanks again for sticking around, ladies and gentlemen, and staying with us as we go through game two. Again, a wonderful battle here. That one gets set high into right field. McDermott will track it just shy of the warning track. Meanwhile, the runner heads on over to third as Hinker finds himself just one stride away from making it to home plate. Meanwhile, that's traded for out number two and runners on the corners. Now Noah Croffle stepping on up to the plate. He represents batter number 8 of the inning, in which there has already been 3 runs that having crossed the plate for the Golden Eagles. Catches the outer corner here. We call it strike one. With 2 down. Again, Hinker standing on third. Fitzgerald standing on first. Craffle looking to get something rolling here. He's already had productive at bat in his first time up and a sacrifice RBI. And he's what helped score the first run of the ball game for the Golden Eagles. So a very similar outing that we had in game one. As that one gets poked into center field, that takes him up and front a step, but in the end, Wernimont catches that one for the fly out to center. But not without a big inning here for the Golden Eagles, as they poke across 4 hits and drive in 3 runs. It's now a 4-1 advantage here for the Golden Eagles when we come back after this on the iBaseball Network.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
Again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1, the advantage here for the Golden Eagles. And now they get their chance to get back up at it here on the field with Fody Rigopoulos on the mound. And he's been doing some pretty good work up to this point. He has been holding a very strong Western Dubuque squad. Just a 1 run so far throughout this game so far. Overall here for the Bobcats, they have poked across 1 hit so far, make that 2 hits. As now we bring up Regan Merkus to the plate. Again, the Bobcats with 3 hits coming into this inning. Strike 1, rocking it here in the second at bat for Merkus, who is 0 for 1 so far, grounded out to short in his first trip. Sends that one up high, quickly down 0-2. That one, no go. And we go to 1-2. Here's some scores from around the state here. Fort Dodge over Des Moines East, 12-2. Kemper Catholic over Atlantic, 3-0. Carroll over Storm Lake, 7-1. Hempstead over Senior, 4-3 in their first game. Regopolis will look, and he'll fire on home. That one, no go, says the man behind the dish. That is ball 2. And more scores here. Again, Remsen St. Mary's over Akron Westfield, 10-2. In game 2 of the doubleheader, Dubuque Hempstead over Dubuque Senior, 8-3. Griswold over Hamburg, 16-1, followed by Sigourney over Belle Plaine, 17-1. Durand over Midland, 12-2. New Alfond over GTRA, 15-5. And that is all the final scores that we have for you so far. And that's a drop third strike that has to be completed, and in the end does. And that's how we start off the inning with out number 1 and the second strikeout of the game here for Regopolis. As now that brings up the DH in Aaron Kraft, who walked his first time up. Later came around to score the only run of the ball game here for the Bobcats. Too low, we go 1-0. And both these squads well over 500 in terms of their June records. As that one finds its way in for the zone, 1-1 we go. Robles with the 1-1 look, and that'll be in there as well. We get to 1-2. As again, just a reminder, get your nominations in. Tomorrow we will go ahead and get all the nominations up, and then it's your chance to vote on them on Facebook on Sunday. Your chance to get a performance of the week. It'll be one game, a couple games. Let us know. Give us some stat lines, possibly a photo if you can, and then we'll get it up there. And again, on Tuesday, we'll announce our prior week's performance of the week, along with some highlight videos and, of course, news from around the state of Iowa. So with a full count, a 4-1 lead for Regopolis with nobody on. And he got him on the inside off the belt here. That's strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts. That's strikeout number 3 here for Regopolis. Sets him down for 2 quick outs. And now brings up the right fielder and Sam McDermott, who doubled home a run in his first trip. And that one fired in there, gets him over for strike 1. Again, both these games have started and gone pretty much in similar fashion. That's swing through, no go, and that's 0-2. Again, it was the Bobcats to seemingly come out and just on fire here. This time in inning number 2, they had a huge inning number 2 to bring home 1 run. But since then have been pretty quiet offensively. As look at that, ladies and gentlemen, count it. 1, 2, and 3. Regopolis says, I'll take this all on my own. And he strikes out the side. 4 strikeouts for him on the day. And the Bobcats go down quietly. It's a chance now for the Golden Eagles to get back at it. It will be 8, 9, and 1 when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I remember personally when I was young watching the guys that were playing sports, basketball, football, wrestling, whatever it was, when they were in high school and just thinking, I mean, how great they were and just wanting to be like them when I was older. So yeah, we are definitely always role models for those younger kids, those middle schoolers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the bottom half. It's inning number 4, bottom half. And again, it's Brant to kick us off here as we get rocking and rolling so far. As he lays down a bunt attempt, nicely done as that hugs the line all the way. The throw is not going to be in time. Count that a heck of a play. Noah Brant, a leadoff bunt single. And that's how you work it there. Who knew the first hit of the game for him in game 2 would be from a bunt single? But nonetheless, he gets to get his chance onto the base pass for the first time. And that brings up Brandon Cummer, who singled his first time up. And he lays down a bunt. That one's right in the middle, and nobody's covering. Nobody covered first. Back-to-back bunt singles. Small ball to perfection here. Bunt singles for both Brant and Cummer. And that's how you get to the top of the lineup with 2 on and nobody out. That was perfectly played. In honesty, it kind of caught him off guard there. It seemed like Western Dubuque was just following procedure in a point. But in the end, as that pulled both Anderson and, again, off of first base is again as Marcus, as that pulled Marcus off of first base. Then, of course, there was nobody to really cover that. So in the end, in the grand scheme, well played. That brought the first baseman and the pitcher in. And again, nobody was fielding the base. So that's what gets us here. Tanner Anderson still on the mound as we get the top of the lineup, Will Specht. And he shoots that one up the middle, but picked up by Plumlee. He gets the out at second. Nicely done. Nice play. But that was right up the middle off the mound, and he tracked that one well. If he didn't, I guarantee you that would have been into the outfield grass. And nonetheless, we split things up, and runners are now at the corners here for J.P. Elbert. Elbert so far is 0 for 1, but had a sacrifice fly back in the third. They do have one down, but still a chance. They could still play the small ball game here, and they will. That one too low, though. We go 1-0. That one almost playable there for Harris behind the dish, but no go. We now bring it to a 1-1 count. And just having a conversation there. Harris looking to get some new gear here, looking to get a new catcher's mask. Meanwhile, gives us a chance to once again, just a reminder that we will have more games coming up here next week. And coming on up, in fact, we will have the Brett Prongy Classic, which comes your way again on the 27th and 28th, as that one's poked up, and that'll be foul territory here. Merkus had that eye down, but in the end, it goes nowhere. Foul ball, and we go to a 2-strike count, 1-2 now. Runners still on the corners. Anderson trying to dance out of danger here. He hasn't scored so far in this bottom of the half inning, but again, it was a 3-spot in the last inning for the Golden Eagles, and he would like to avoid that here, but he has just 1 out and runners on the corners. So we go 2-2 here. So again, with Brandt on third, Specht on first. That one shot to third, and they will go home with it. And that will be a tag that needed to be applied, and they do. In the end, maybe that was, again, he didn't have to necessarily go at that point, but again, that's a hard one to look at. When the ball is like that, at one, I got to say, good job going home from the third baseman here, as Klein went home right away once he saw the runner take off. But again, that's still a hard play to make. In the end, we now have 2 down and runners on first and second. And that one shoots. Coach having to dance out of danger just a little bit there. As that was a foul ball sent right at him. And now he steps on in with 2 on and 2 down. That one a bit high above the letters, brings it even at 1 apiece. Again, there have been 5 instances in this series where one team has won at least 2 games in a row. So not all the time. That gets away from Merkus, as that will put runners at least on first and third now, as Specht will stand on third. Yeah, Alpert standing there on first. That didn't get too far away, but just enough to make him think about it. In the end, here we go. A 1-1 count. There is 2 down, so it doesn't look like the small ball game will be happening here. Well, again, I guess I could be wrong, but in the end, it looks like Rogopoulos will get the full swing away. And he'll lay off of that one here. We now go 2-1. So 2-1 the count, and now Anderson with the delivery gets a knee-high strike to cross, and now we go 2-strike count. What's going to happen here? Again, Rogopoulos already with a hit on the docket so far, 1 for 2. Would love to connect here. And he does, and that's a blooper. That's tailing, and that will be on the wrong side of the chalk line. He'll head back into the batter's box. Again, a 3-spot in the last inning, I should say, here for the Golden Eagles. That expanded upon their 1-run second, and that's where we stand, 4 runs there. Meanwhile, the top half of the second, the Bobcats got the scoring off, but have been quiet since. That one laced out to third. Klein with the pick. He'll fire across the diamond, and he'll get the out needed to get out number 3. So no harm, no foul, no runs crossing here for the Golden Eagles, despite runners all over the base paths. In the end, we leave it at a 4-1 ball game, and we'll get the chance to come up to inning number 5 right after this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fody Rogopoulos back on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, and it's been quite the time here for him as he officially has 4 strikeouts on the day. Would like to add to that as Klein stepping on up to be his first opponent into the batter's box. And he starts him off 1-0 here as we again hit the top half of the 5th inning. Klein is stepping on up to the plate here. He's getting a chance for his second at bat. Struck out back in the 2nd. And finds the corner there. We go 1-1. And Klein with 14 hits coming into today's ball game. And again, across game 1, he went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. So far, looking for his first hit of the twin bill here. Again, this is game 2 of the doubleheader. Wahlert took game 1 by a 5-2 margin. A similar score awaits us here. That one gets set, and that'll be playable out there at first. Brandt will come onto the infield grass, and he'll secure out number 1. So the pop out to first now brings up Adler Gibbs, who singled his first trip up, but got caught up in a fielder's choice heading to second and didn't make it around. Didn't make it past first base anyway. Would love to try and get that, well, thwarted here. He has nobody on and 1 out to work with. Rogopoulos with the fire. A good heat on it, but just a little bit too high and away, 1-0. Again, this broadcast brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Check out some great food, great atmosphere, great people. They help to bring us this broadcast each and every week. Again, no matter what, we've always had a lot of different camera views and a lot of good angles to catch the game on. They help bring us that each and every week. So want to give them a big thank you and big shout out. And hey, just head on over there for a great time and check them out there in Galena, Illinois, the Log Cabin at Greek Steakhouse. That one filed back. We go 2-1. Rogopoulos already with 4 strikeouts. He struck out the side last time he was up on the mound. Tries to get him fishing down low. We go full now, 3-2. Not too many full counts so far in game 2. Not a lot across game 1, I should say, either. And that one will go too far inside and low. A base runner for the Western Dubuque Bobcats. They went last inning without one. They get back to it here and put a runner on to the base pass with one down. And now that'll bring up the top of the lineup here in Ben Wernemont, who is 0 for 2 so far, has grounded out and reached be a fielder's choice. So again, appreciate everybody catching this broadcast here as always. We do our best. Sorry for the little bit of a technical difficulties there, but in the end, we're still getting to catch this game here and still having a great time with this broadcast. So again, any thoughts, any comments, anybody you're cheering for, let us know. Hit us up. We'd love to hear from you. Argopoulos with the 0-1, and he'll follow through. Tried to get him looking at first. In the end, we bring it up even at 1-1. And the road ahead for Dubuque Wahlert Catholic will include 2 more home contests, as that is right up the middle to short. The pick over to second, the exchange to first is no go. That one was just slow enough and deep enough for Elbert. He did get the exchange over to second, but the follow-through unable to catch him there. So in the end, Wernemont back on to first again, but another fielder's choice puts him on there, and he trades that for out number 2 now. Brett Harris stepping on up to the plate. Harris so far is 0 for 1, walked back in the 3rd inning. Pickoff attempt goes no-go. We remain at an empty count here to the number 2 hole batter for the Bobcats, who are looking to avoid getting swept here in this one. That one gets sent high and out of play so far. This last 6 games, we included a doubleheader loss to Iowa City Liberty, sweep to Northeast before falling to Assumption at home. And they split against Lynn Mar, but did win against Hempstead. And then their last home outing was a 15-0 loss to Bettendorf. Meanwhile, the Golden Eagles so far have had just 2 losses across their last week and included doubleheader splits with Cedar Falls and Iowa City Liberty. Again, the Bolts are going strong here in this 2025 season. And a 1-1 count here to the number 2 old man, again in Brett Harris. Headed off to the SEC country with Ole Miss following his time here. That one is lined, almost caught there by Brandt. That will hug the line all the way before Comer will catch up to it. In the end, that splits the batters as we now have runners on the corners here and 2 down. That one just got underneath the glove of Brandt at first, and that rolled all the way along the line until Comer could catch to it from outfield. And in the end, that puts runners on the corners now. There still are 2 down, but the top hitter in this lineup in Tanner Anderson comes up to the plate. Anderson has gone 1 for 2 so far. He singled back in the 3rd. The empty count is going to remain that way, as keeping him honest over there at first. Coppolis will look, and now he'll fire on home. And he'll catch him on the inner half there, 0-1 to start the at-bat. Again, the 3rd at-bat of the game here for Tanner Anderson. And now the 0-1 delivery. That one will be fouled, and quickly we go 0-2. Again, the game started with a scoreless first, but then both teams put up one spot in the second. And since then, 3 unanswered here for the Golden Eagles have given them a 4-1 advantage here. But meanwhile, the Bobcats are threatening with 2 down. Wernimont stands on third, a chance to potentially cut the lead in half here. And he won't get the chance. That's strikeout number 5 on the game for Fody Rigopoulos, who walks off, and he sets him down. Despite some action there and despite the threat, nothing comes of it. In the end, that's 5 strikeouts for Rigopoulos, and he sets down the Western Dubuque lineup. And with that, a chance for the Golden Eagles to increase their lead. It's already a three-run lead for them. And we'll get the chance when we come back with 4, 5, and 6 right after this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Hinker is going to kick us off in the bottom half of inning number 5. This broadcast brought to you by the Log Cabin and Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. And we start things off with a shot. Left side foul, though. We go 0-1 with the count. Parker Stedman up next with the on-deck circle. Tanner Anderson back on the mound here. As that one is chopped on a slow roller to Klein. He'll fire deep on the grass and gets it. And he had to make his way near to the pitching mound to snag that one. And in the end, did get the throw off, and a hard throw at that. And the good arm of Klein will set down the first out here of the inning to bring up Parker Stedman to the plate. So far, 0 for 1, but he did draw a walk back in the 3rd inning. And again, his coach, Coach Tischer, has been mentioned to, well, about every one of these guys, but Parker in particular has been one of those guys that will be energetic about anything as long as it helps the team. He's so ingrained in the game and in improving this team that it really doesn't matter how he gets on, he said. So in the end, you talk about these players, they're for the game, for the team, before themselves. As that one goes for a strike 2. And again, we've seen that time and time again. All these guys are willing to lay down the sacrifice. That one gets hit on a rope out there to center. And on a falling attempt, Wernimont somehow comes up with that one. In the end, he captures out number 2. As that fly out to center now brings up Bodie Nagelmaker to the plate. And Nagelmaker, 1 for 2, had a strong double back in the 2nd inning. He has been one that not only we've known about his catching ability, and that's improved, but man, we've seen his bat come alive last year, and this year has been pretty strong too as he lays off that one for a 1-ball count. This is a team, again, 1 through 9, has the ability to kind of spray it all across the field, has that patience within that lineup. Coach Tischer mentioned as much. He said it's just been a blessing to be able to have these guys who can step up to the plate, and you don't have to really remind them of too much. They know what's going on. They read the signs. They don't miss too much. And this is a program that has been, let's take a look at it, the last 5 to 10 years, a consistent threat for the state tournament because of that. So as we go to a 3-0 count here, Nagelmaker will take a look at strike one off the inner third above the belt, 3-1. But that's where we get with this kind of program. Both of these programs, in fact, have been that way. That's why I've seen Western Dubuque make it into such a strong run of state tournament appearances. And in the end, they still reside as the last team to go back-to-back state tournament titles. So from a 3-0 count, Nagelmaker has worked it full, and Anderson with the toss. That will be sent right out there to second. Plumley will get the easy toss to first, and that will be the second 1-2-3 inning of the game here defensively for the Bobcats as they set them down. So no harm, no foul, no hits, no runs, and no errors. And it'll be the chance now to give you a brand new spanking inning as Regopolis once again on the mound for the sixth after this.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is, as we look at the hit totals here for both squads, 8 so far for the Golden Eagles, 4 for the Bobcats. And speaking of the Western Dubuque Bobcats, we get a look as we continue on with Colin Coyle, who is 0 for 2. A couple groundouts up to this point for him. Is he trying to break out and grab a hit here? Again, 4 total here for the Bobcats. They have been sprinkling in across as that one is shot out there to third. Sutman with a quick pivot and fire gets the out. Nicely done there. Had to adjust just a bit, and after the adjustment, an easy throw over there to first, or at least he makes it look easy. And that is officially a 5-3 putout to bring up Merkus back to the plate. Regan Merkus 0 for 2, grounded out in the second, struck out in the fourth. Swings through that one, a good hack, but comes up empty. Now 0-1 with 1 down. Regopolis has been on fire. 5 strikeouts here, 4 of them in the last 2 innings alone. He's been getting better as the game has gone on. The only big, I guess, rough part in the game so far was the second inning. And even then, he only allowed 1 hit in that inning. So in the grand scheme of things, he has not given up a whole lot. Again, he came into this game only allowing 4 walks this entire time, 5 earned runs, and that's it. So he has truly been the description of bend but not break. And in fact, you can really label it both Will Piero and Fody Regopolis bend but not break, as they've had to go through little rough stretches, but in the end, they come out on top, having not given up a whole lot of runs or not a whole lot of offensive production in general. So Regopolis with the 2-2, and that one's right back at him, and all he could do was just try and put that glove out in defense. In the end, that finds its way into the outfield grass. That's hit number 5 for the Bobcats as they put 1 runner on. First hit of the game here for Merkus. Effectively his first hit of the entire twin bill here. And now that will bring up Aaron Kraft, the DH. He walked back in the second, later scored the only run of the game here for the Bobcats. Since then, 0 for 1, with a strikeout. So this game has been moving along ever since the third inning. It's been back-to-back scoreless for both teams. But now Western Dubuque trying to change that just a bit. Here we go. As that one falls in for the strike, we go 0-1. Regopoulos again with 5 strikeouts here entering this at bat. That one gets hit on a rope out to right field, but that'll tail right into the glove of Comer as he took about 5 steps and recorded out number 2. And now that'll bring up right fielder in Sam McDermott. He struck an RBI double back in the second to score the only run of the game for the Bobcats. And since then, he has also struck out. He looks at the first pitch here in bat number 3. And in the end, 1-0 the count here. And the throw to first to try and nab him, just missed that time. In the end, the count moves to an even 1-1 here. And a nice get-over strike there. The last time that the Golden Eagles swept a doubleheader against the Bobcats was not too long ago, but it happened back in 2021. And it happened back in early June. And as I say that, there's a strikeout here, number 6 on the day for Fody Regopoulos, who has just been on fire on the mound. He sets him down, and the Bobcats once again go without scoring. It remains a 4-1 advantage, and it's time now for the bottom half of the inning when we return. And when we do, it will be 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. And we'll be right back after this, right here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenswing.com. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get rocking here. Noah Craffle up first. Carter Brandt in the on-deck circle. Brandon Comer in the hole. Tanner Anderson back on the mound here for Western Dubuque. And that one couldn't slide his way into the zone there. We start the at-bat 1-0. Noah Craffle, who had a sacrifice RBI in the second, flew out in the third, and now has a 1-1 count here as we rock it in the bottom half of inning number 6. Again, this broadcast has been brought to you by the great folks at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Make sure to check out all that they got. Not only is the steak great, but I hear a whole lot more as well. So check out what they've got going at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse today. So the 1-2 delivery now, that one gets hit high, and that will be tailing about midway into left field. In the end, Coyle will have that come into his glove, and he will record out number 1. So Tanner Anderson has bent a little bit here. In the end, he has given up 4 runs, but most days that's enough to capture victory here, as his team normally comes out and ends up scoring a little bit more than they have today, to be honest. So again, 1-0 the count here to the number 8 hole man, Carter Brandt, who is 1 for 2. He started the bunt train back in the 4th. He had a bunt single, which Brandon Cummer followed after that. All right, now he looks at a 1-1 count here. 1 on and 1 out and nobody on. And this time he'll have to wear it. He gets onto the base pass in the way he probably didn't want to. Anderson, his first batter that he has hit by pitch in this game. So as he stands on to first after being hit, Carter Brandt's coming on up, and we get another mound visit here. And in the end, you got to wonder what this could be. It doesn't seem like there's as much depth in the past for Western Dubuque as they have traditionally been accustomed to. In the end, it seems like they're going to roll with him yet again here. And Anderson has proven himself to be this team's top pitcher as well as top hitter. He's been one of the biggest, brightest spots here for the Bobcats. And now he gets in another pickle here, a runner on. There is one down. Brandon Cummer at the plate. Swings through that one. Runner taken off. There will be a throw, not in time, as sliding ahead of the tag. And we will have a runner squarely onto the base pass here at second base, once again in scoring position. Gavin Reddy doing the duties here, running. And the bunt attempt laid down absolutely perfectly. No throw to be had. Brandon Cummer, give him a shout out here. 2 bunt singles in this one. And you could not ask for a better one there, as it truly hugged that line all the way until Klein was able to finally get to it. And he had to get to it because it was not going foul. A second straight bunt single here for Brandon Cummer as he gets onto the base pass. And we have runners now on the corners here for the Golden Eagles. And still just 1 down. I mean, honestly, that was pure art right there. Being able to set that one perfectly. And, of course, he's got the speed to leg it out. You know, last year we saw a lot of strong, a lot of big hits here from Cummer. This year we're starting to see a lot of that small ball type feel. And, honestly, you couldn't ask for much. You couldn't ask for much better from him there, as that puts runners again on the corners. And now we bring up the top of the lineup in Will Specht. And it looks like after another trip to the mound here, second time in 3 batters, we will finally get a new pitcher into the works, as Merkus will get the chance to rock it. He'll get the chance to fire this one home. As we'll take a look at his stats here. Regan Merkus, the senior, is 2-0 in 17 innings pitched. He has dished out 16 strikeouts, meanwhile walking 10, has given up 22 hits. Teams hitting .328 against him on the season. And again, against a squad that is second in hits, sixth in total bases, 9th in RBIs. Certainly he's going to have to do all he can and then some to keep not only just this game within reach, but the score intact right now. The Bobcats are down to their final 3 outs here, and they want to make sure that they don't have any more than a 3-run hill to climb, and honestly, that seems like a mountain at this point. Again, Merkus with 16 strikeouts entering today's game, 10 walks, 22 hits, 9 earned runs on the year, although he has come out of all that with a 2-0 record through his 17 innings pitched. So that means officially that Anderson will have left, given up 10 hits in this ball game without a strikeout thrown, and he has been on the docket for those 4 runs that have been cashed in. Meanwhile, Merkus gets the chance against the top of the Golden Eagle lineup, and that one goes for ball 1. It has, again, been quite the game here. It's been almost a mirror of game 1, in which the Bobcats seemed really out of the gates within the first 2 innings like they were going to put on a lot, and then have just really cooled off since then. It seemed like they jumped on early, but, again, between Piero and Rogopoulos, there's just not been much given up. As the game has gone on, both of those 2 hurlers got better and better. So the 2-0 count here to Will Specht. He takes a look at ball 3. A very hard thing to come into in this situation. When you come out on the mound, you have runners on the corners, you have just 1 down, and a lineup that can put 18 runs up on you. There's got to be some pressure here for Merkus on the mound. And that's the get-me-over strike that he needed. Hold on here, folks. A balk being called. That will send a runner on home and a runner in scoring position now. As that's the only thing it really could have been there. As we recount the 3-0 count here to Will Specht. Runner taken off the third. There will be a throw. Not in time. The slide under the tag. As Comer stands on third. That's another stolen base accredited here for the Golden Eagles. Make that 3rd of the game. And now Will Specht with a 3-1 count. As always, appreciate everybody for joining in, and thank you for making this, again, a very successful broadcast here, as always. It's always fun to do this, always fun to bring these kind of games here, and so thanks again. That one hit high. That's a Major League pop-up, and that one I kind of lost, but thankfully Tanner Anderson did not. He found that one, and he found it into the glove for out number 2. Some more scores for you that have gone final here as we scroll through. So far, Central DeWitt 8-6 over Fairfield after 5. But that has been the only newest scoring update here for you. That one not in the zone. We go 1-0 with the count here. Again, Log Cabin bringing us this broadcast, and normally all of our camera angles that you got to see in game 1. That one ripped up the middle. Nice pick at second. Plumlee with a heck of a play, and the combination catch is there. Heck of a job, as that took him almost directly over second base. And in the end, the cannon for the arm got him out. And that's how we wrap up the bottom half of the 6th inning. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is still a 5-1 advantage here for the Golden Eagles, and they will take that as we continue on with the top half of inning number 7. And it looks like we might have, we're waiting to see who will end up be the pitcher here. And it looks like Rogopoulos is back out on the mound, looking to go the full distance. Man, what would this be? That's a heck of a time, having to only use 2 pitchers, and Rogopoulos looking to be the second guy here, and he is looking to close out game number 2 when we come back. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you.
Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the top half of inning number 7, as we keep rolling right here. And as always, appreciate you and everything that goes on here with across the IA baseball world, and just baseball world in general. Up here is the number 8 hole man in Carson Klein, 0 for 2 so far. He has swung through 2 pitches and now has an 0-2 count. Rigopolis already 6 strikeouts. That one, a slow roller out there to Elpert, and it gets by him. An error charge to the Golden Eagle shortstop. Breathes a little bit of life in here for the Bobcats as Klein will reach base for the first time. A rare error out of J.P. Elpert. We've seen him make plays all across the diamond so far. It has been hard to imagine that he would ever make a mistake, but you know what? It shows that he's only human. And in the end, this is a guy that's going to go out and get you that out 9 times out of 10. So now we go ahead to the number 9 hole man and Adler Gibbs. He has a single and also reached the base pass here again via the fielder's choice in inning number 5. The 0-2 delivery. And now the pitch, and that one poked out there to second base. Slow roller, but that's nicely done by Hinker. He'll get the out at first. Meanwhile, they trade that for a runner at second. And now we have 1 down as Klein stands on second. And we bring up the top of the Western Dubuque lineup. And again, Ben Wernemont standing on up, 0 for 3, 2 fielder's choices, and he also grounded out to third. And as you see up there, fist bump at the top of the mound. And that's right, just a strategy talk at this point, because I don't see why you would ever get Fody out of there unless he was hitting that pitch count number. So they get everything in. Rigopolis, he'll look off second. Look back again, and now he'll fire on home. That one gets ripped into center. That will be an atom ball as Will Specht will come up about 5 steps, and he'll catch that out. And now down to their final out go the Bobcats here with a possible threat of a sweep here. So 2 down, runner on second. Cody Rigopolis looking to go the full length, 7 innings. He's already punched out 6 via the strikeout. And he takes a step aside, and Nagelmaker coming out to have a conversation. And these two are, again, 2 of many on this lineup that have been together, have seen there, been there, done that kind of thing. They're experienced, and they've been that way for a while. Both of these individuals we've seen in the spring league, and so they've been playing baseball for quite a while this year. They are one of those that continue to just enhance the game. It doesn't matter where, when, what, how. They do a great job. They're always on the baseball diamond, it seems. Brett Harris, the last stand here. So far, he has singled, walked, and flown out in 3 trips. Down to their final strike here. Rogopoulos looking to go a complete game, marking it 2 complete games potentially. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. That one in there for the strike. We go 0-2. Potentially down to their final strike here. A chance to get the sweep here for the Golden Eagles. Rogopoulos shakes off the first pitch. And now he'll get set and ready. Take a quick look off to second, but he'll fire on home. That's some high heat, goes inside off the hands. We go 1-2 now. This has been just like artwork out there on the mound for Rogopoulos. 6 strikeouts. He has followed what Will Piero did on the mound, and that was absolutely stunning as well. Both of them going the distance here. That one on a sharp rocket out there to first. Brent with the pickup, the underhand toss, and that's how you get the sweep. The Golden Eagles have taken game 2, and they have done so by a 5-1 margin. Rogopoulos goes the distance, 6 strikeouts across 7 innings pitched. He gets the win here today in game 2, and that officially for him marks his 2nd win of the season. He officially goes 2 for 2 with his record. Meanwhile, Tanner Anderson will officially claim the loss. That will be his 4th loss on the season on the mound. And with that, that will be how she writes this doubleheader. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that'll officially bring the Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles up to a 21-5 record. Meanwhile, for the Western Dubuque Bobcats, they fall now to 9-11 on the season. And we'll take a look before we go anywhere at the road ahead for both of these squads. The road ahead for the Golden Eagles looks like this. They'll be back home on the 23rd as they take on Iowa City West in a conference battle. That series all knotted up at 13. And that'll be followed by another home contest against West Delaware on the 25th. Again, both of those series, this is a series that the Golden Eagles lead 13-2. And then they wrap up with a home battle on the 27th against Cedar Rapids, Washington, having led that series 17-12. And then, of course, their 4th outing in a row will be against Linn-Mar in trying to break that series again, that Linn-Mar leads by a 15-14 margin. And of course, now as we'll look at the road ahead here for the Bobcats. So the road ahead for Western Dubuque, as I bring it up here again, which they also have a good slate ahead of them. And as we look at here, it starts off with a road trip on Monday the 23rd. It'll be a doubleheader battle against Waterloo West. And if you take anything away from this doubleheader against the number 1 team in 3A, in the end, you've got some series that you have strong advantages in coming on up. And again, including Waterloo West. They hold that series advantage 12-1, and then they take on a home game against North Scott in a doubleheader action, and they lead that series 3-2, followed by a doubleheader against Cedar Falls on the 26th before taking their first road trip into outings as they will take on Iowa City West on the 27th. Iowa City West leads that series 5-4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back after this. We'll wrap things up when we come back. This broadcast, once again, powered by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that I Baseball sent you.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. And I'll bring you into the view here again. Thank you for tuning in into this broadcast, which again had its a little ups and downs, connection a little tough, but again, thank you for sticking with us. And this was again from the game 1 start to game 2 end. It really gave us a lot, didn't it? We had a lot of fun. This was a fun game. This was a fun battle, and in the end, these are 2 top 16 ranked teams who really know, again, they've been perennial powers for so long now. In the end, we'll look at the final box score here. The visiting Western Dubuque Bobcats, 1 run off of 5 hits, 4 runners left on base. Again, that included 2 runners, left at third. Meanwhile, for the victorious Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles, they go ahead and they win. That's their second sweep, doubleheader sweep over the Western Dubuque Bobcats dating back to 2021. So it's been a few years, but they get the doubleheader sweep, and they do so 5 runs off 10 hits, 5 runners left on base, 1 error suffered in this ball game. And for me, I got to go ahead and give a number of different shout outs here. Really like what I saw from Joe Hinker today. Again, we've seen it again. In the end, he went 2 for 3, drove in a run here. Brandon Cummer got to give a big shout out as well, as he draws 2 bunt singles. And in the end, he was 3 for 3 in game 2. He is one of our players of the game, brought to you by Casmium Sports. And of course, I cannot go without giving a big shout out to Fody Rigopoulos, who goes the distance, 7 innings, 6 strikeouts. It's a huge, huge thing as a coach when you can go out there and say, you know what, I got 2 guys on the mound who can go up toe-to-toe with one of the hardest hitting teams historically in Iowa baseball, really. And I can use just 2. Don't need to use a bullpen, don't need to use anybody else. In the end, those 2 guys go out and put a huge performance. So again, we mentioned our game 1 winners, or game 1 performers of the game, including Piero. And of course, in game 2, it is Brandon Cummer and of course, Fody Rigopoulos in the win. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for making this a part of your day. It always is a great time when we get to do this. We will be at the Prongy Classic for sure coming on up here. It goes Friday and Saturday. We will also be in Saturday, we will be in Omaha, as we will be broadcasting from Tall Anderson Field at least 3 games for you. We're going to see how it works out. Of course, being what we were in the small crew we are, we're going to see if we can make 4 work. In the end, we'll at least give you 3 from Tall Anderson Field in Omaha, Nebraska. And of course, for us, that means we'll also have a game broadcasted to you early on next week. So we've got a lot in store for you. Make sure to check up on the highlights here from tonight, not just this broadcast, but beyond. And of course, make sure, get your votes in, your nominations now. Get your nominations for Performer of the Week. We saw Fody Rigopoulos and Will Piero go out there and shut down a hard, strong offense here. They went the distance here for you. And again, across game 1, as I note here, 4 strikeouts here for Piero in game 1. So again, they go out there, shut the door. They allow a combined 3 runs to cross. And in the end, that's something that you got to give a big tip of the cap to the Wahlert pitching staff, really. But in this case, in today, just 2 people, Will Piero and Fody Rigopoulos, get the nod. Again, that will wrap things up. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming along. Again, it can get crazy with some of the technical glitches, but we appreciate you hanging with us. Again, we'll be back next week for you, and then we will be, again, at the Prongy Classic and in Omaha. We'll see you all there. Don't go anywhere until we see each other next time. Stay safe on the base pass.